Hello students, as we are studying chapter why do we fall sick, okay, or why do we fall ill, then in this chapter we have to discuss different types of diseases, their treatment, their preventions. Okay, as we already have discussed viral disease hepatitis, today we are going to discuss disease polio, or also known as poliomyelitis. In poliomyelitis, if you go with the name, then polio means grey, my means spinal cord, and spinal cord, and it is means inflammation. Okay, so wherever it is added, it means inflammation. So the word itself describes means it causes inflammation of spinal cord, means it becomes red or swallow. What happens generally, this disease is occurred in children, okay, and this disease is occurred generally by the mouth or directly. So let's discuss about disease polio. It is, or we can say it occurs orally, or we can say it is caused, or it enters, or it occurs orally or directly. Okay, means virus can enter through oral, or means through mouth or directly. Okay, then what happens when the virus enters in the body, then it can affect the throat or it can affect the intestine, then it multiplies there, and then from blood it goes to brain and spinal cord, and then there it can damage the nerves, even it can damage some parts of the brain. Okay, so what does the thing is, like as I told you, from mouth, this is the mode of transmission. If we talk about mode of transmission, how the virus enters, then through mouth, it enters through mouth, then it goes to lung, or then it goes to throat and intestine, throat and intestine, then it multiplies there and goes to blood. Okay, then from blood it goes to spinal cord and brain. Okay, so let me explain you it via diagram. Suppose it's our brain, okay, and it's the spinal cord. Okay, when the virus goes through throat and intestine, then it multiplies there, and through blood it goes to spinal cord and brain. This is the spinal cord. Sorry, this is brain, spinal cord, okay, and these are nerves, like motor nerves. These can be motor nerves or sensory nerves. What happens? We know the function of motor nerves and sensory nerves, that they carry masses from the spinal cord to brain and then bring masses again to the particular part. What happens, children, if the virus attacks here, then these nerves stop working, okay, and once they stop working, then they do not convey the masses to the brain, and it affect the part, and slowly what happens, the limb or that part stop working or get paralyzed. Thus we can say that polio causes paralysis of limbs. Okay, so our next topic is symptoms. What are the symptoms? Symptoms of this disease are fever, headache, fever and headache, ache in joints and pain, we can say body ache, because if affects the muscles, then muscles stop working, okay, and then we can say then it causes paralysis of limbs. Now next we will talk about the precautions. If we talk about the prevention of this disease, how can we prevent it? Then for prevention, children are vaccinated with anti-polio virus vaccine, okay. Then children are vaccinated polio virus, or we can say polio virus. Thus we can say for prevention we generally give vaccines of polio virus to the children of under age of 3 years, and for it polio immunization program is introduced by government, okay. The main aim of this program is to eradicate polio from the world. What is the aim of this program? Aim is to eradicate polio from world, okay. In this program generally children of under age 3 years are given polio dose in a single day throughout the nation, okay. First it was introduced in 1995 to 1996. In this only the children of age 3 years were given the polio doses, but after in 1996 to 1997 the age limit of children were increased from 3 to 5 years, okay. Clear? Now next we will discuss about rabies. Now next we will talk about next viral disease, that is rabies. It is also known as hydrophobia. Okay, so our next disease is rabies, also known as hydrophobia, okay. This rabies is caused by animals, okay, like cats and dogs, and this is caused by the rabies virus named as Lissa virus. If we talk about causes, then it is caused by rabies virus, what's the name? Lissa virus, okay. If we talk about this rabies virus, then genetic material in Lissa virus is single stranded RNA, genetic material is single stranded RNA, ssRNA. Okay. If we talk about the structure, then this is the structure of the virus. Okay, in center there are RNA strands. And in center there is ribonucleic nucleoprotein. It's ribonucleoprotein. Okay, ribonucleoprotein, and these are ssRNA. Okay, and this is matrix protein. This one is matrix protein. Clear? What happens, students, when an animal bites a healthy person? Then these lysovirus enters in the body and then it goes to the spinal cord, and then first it goes to the blood, then from blood it goes to the spinal cord and brain, then it multiplies there, and then from again the nerves it goes to the salivary gland, even it can go to the other tissues like kidneys. Okay, and then when this person bites the means then it get infected and causes disease. So what's the process? Let me explain the process. When virus enters in host body, okay, then it goes to the nerves. It goes to the nerves, or we can say peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system. Okay, then from here it goes to the spinal cord or brain. Then it multiplies there, and from nerves again it goes to the salivary gland or other tissues like kidney and all. Okay, it multiplies here and through nerves it goes to salivary gland. Okay, now what are the symptoms of this disease? If the person get infected, then he feels some fear and he feels some fever, symptoms. Infected person get afraid of water, that's why it's also known as hydrophobia. Infected person Aspirates from water. So this is the symptom, and that's why it's also known as hydrophobia. Another symptom is high fever. Okay, then muscles get pains and swelling in throat. That's why the person feels inability to swallow the fluid. Inability to swallow food. Why? Because of the choked throat. Due to choked throat. Okay, so these are the main symptoms. Now, what are the preventions? If we talk about the prevention, then whatever animals we keep at home, like cats and dogs, should be vaccinated. Cats and dogs should be vaccinated. Okay. So this is the main prevention, that animals like cats and dogs should be vaccinated. And if we feel like any animal like dog is showing some symptoms like he is getting mad, or there is excess secretion of saliva, then we should kill it. Okay, we should kill the animal like cat and dog if it shows symptoms like madness or excessive secretion of saliva. Okay, so thus we studied the causes of disease rabies, how does it spread, and what are the symptoms and how can we prevent it. Now we will discuss the next disease, that is AIDS. Now next we will discuss viral disease AIDS. Okay, hope you all have listened about AIDS. AIDS is very dangerous, we can say very dangerous disease because it is incurable. Okay, so we can say it a dangerous disease also. Our next topic is AIDS. Okay, AIDS means acquired acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Acquired means acquired during lifetime. Acquired during lifetime. Okay, if we talk about immunodeficiency, means immune system becomes weak. Immune system becomes weak, means deficiency of immune systems becomes weak, or we can say deficiency of immunity, deficiency of immunity. Immunity means ability to fight diseases, okay, and syndrome means group of symptoms, means thus we can say it does not have single symptom, it has groups of symptoms, because immunity becomes less and then person becomes weak, and we can say there are so many symptoms, means group of symptoms. Okay, as the name itself defines, means this disease makes the immunity weakens or decreases the immunity, and then thus a person gets weaker day by day, and it causes many diseases. It can catch many diseases because it has immunity immunity in it. Okay, now let's talk about the virus, how it is caused. Okay, if we talk about the causes, then it is caused by retrovirus HIV. Okay, retrovirus HIV. HIV means human immunodeficiency virus. Human immunodeficiency virus. Means this virus weakens the immune system of human. Retrovirus is, if we talk about the retrovirus, then it means an enveloped virus, that replicates in host cell through reverse transcription. Okay, so what do you understand by retrovirus? Means this is the virus that replicates in the host cell through reverse transcription. Okay, so we can say AIDS is caused by the retrovirus HIV. Now, how does it transmit it? Then generally it can transmit it by the sexual contact. Okay, let me explain you. Suppose it's retrovirus. Here is the retrovirus. And it's the host cell. Okay, so when this retrovirus enters in the host cell, this is the host cell. Okay, then once it enters in the host cell, it's known as viral RNA. Okay, and then it replicate and forms DNA. Okay, then this DNA enters in the nucleus. Okay, and then it make RNA. Okay, so this is new viral RNA. Okay, and this new viral RNA is formed by reverse transcription. Okay, as I told you, this HIV virus is retrovirus because it can replicate in host cells by reverse transcription. Then here by the reverse transcription, again it become then from DNA RNA is formed. Okay, then here again it's ready to infect other cell. Okay, now it's ready to infect other host cell. Okay, hope it is clear to you. Now what is the mode of transmission? Mode of transmission of HIV virus. Okay, it can be transmitted by use of contaminated razors, by use of contaminated razors for shaving. Okay, and it can be transmitted by nerve cells of the infected blood of and to the healthy person by transmission of infected nerve cells of blood to healthy person. It may be by sexual contact also. Okay, another is use of contaminated syringes or injections. Use of contaminated needles or syringes. Clear? So, how does this virus get transmitted? It can be transmitted by using of razors, means contaminated razors. If the infected person is using the razor and suppose it get cut and then someone else is using the same razor, then it having the germs, it having the virus of that that contaminated or infected blood, and then if another person will use it, then it will also be infected. Okay, by transmission of infected nerve cells of blood to healthy person. Okay, use of contaminated needles or syringe. Now next is prevention measures. Generally we do not have any treatment for this, that's why it is known as the most dangerous disease. Okay, and if we want to control it, then a person should have a safe sexual contact, control, use of disposable needles, and person should have safe sexual contact, safe or protected sexual contact. Okay, so these are the things how can we control the virus. Okay, now hope you got it and it is clear to you how the virus spread it and affected the person and how can we control it. Generally there is no medicine, generally there is no treatment for it, just we can prevent it by the taking some precautions. Now, we will discuss about the bacterial diseases. Thank you.